Good day YouTube. Today we're going to talk about how to beat the Tiger Vanguard, whom in my opinion is one of the hardest boss I've encountered thus far. I would rank him definitely above the White-clad Noble in terms of challenge difficulty. Some of the main frustrations that I face is that firstly my spells don't work as effectively as before against the other bosses. If I were to stun Tiger in the middle of his attack, the moment the stun expires, his attack resumes. And that can be actually very dangerous because somehow in this case my stun duration is greatly shortened when I'm fighting him as compared to, let's say, the Stone Vanguard or some of the other bosses in chapter 2. When I use Red Tide, which is usually my trump card, my Red Tide duration also seems a lot shorter and he does a lot of damage, so the health of my Red Tide mode is also hugely compromised. I find that some of his attacks can be very unpredictable and it is almost imperative that you know his combos very well in order to learn to be able to avoid them. If not, your spells will run out and you will not be able to last the duration of the battle. He can fire blades and attacks from afar, but these are usually not a problem because his long range attacks can be easily avoidable. However, if you see Tiger reaching out with his right hand onto his blade handle, be prepared for a sudden lunge forward, which is extremely difficult to avoid. What I would do is actually silently count up to 2 before I start my roll dodge, and I probably have a higher chance to avoid him. If Tiger goes into this taekwondo-like pose, be prepared for a 3 attack combo, and then the 4th attack would be a lunge in the air which comes at the leg, and that's the one that's very tricky to avoid and is the one that does a lot of damage. Similarly, if Tiger just goes to the side like he's going for a swim in the sauna, he will also launch into a 3 attack, 2 punches, 1 kick, followed by yet another leap into the air. Basically, every time you see Tiger in the air, do not roll dodge immediately. Wait for him to be like about to land, and then after that, then you press your dodge button and you can avoid him, and that will open up a perfect window for you to retaliate with your light attack combo. Just to be conservative, I usually do like 3 light attacks before I retreat. I may or may not follow up with a heavy attack because sometimes it just doesn't pay off. He has some sneak counter attack coming in and I will end up losing a lot of blood because of it. Now, Tiger can also turn into stone. If he turns into stone while standing upright, that means none of your attacks will work, so what you have to do is just cool off, just go a few steps back, retreat and wait for him to recover. If Tiger goes into a stone mode while he's on all fours, he's extremely dangerous because what happens immediately after that is he will disappear and your camera will go all wonky and he will suddenly come flying towards you. You can try to count up to 3 and then do a roll dodge, but I find that to be very unreliable. What I would do is to try to conserve my cloud step and go into cloud step decoy mode the moment he finishes his stone mode. Now the rest of the time is really actually to be patient. Every time Tiger goes forward and tries to attack or flies in the air, try to do your counter attack. If you can, invest some points into a good heavy attack which can have a longer range. You might be able to land more hits this way. Also, make sure to put all your sparks into all your roll dodges and your stamina related skill tree because this is the one that's going to help you be able to avoid all his attacks. You're not going to be able to depend on the spells for this one. For me, I got lucky and Red Tide remanifested itself and I was able to take him out, and both of us just have like a pubic length hair of health left, and it was really down just to dumb luck over who would last the last 5 seconds of the battle. So that's all for me. I hope you have good luck, good endeavors in your battle with this little cat. I see you in the next video. Goodbye.